Some substitutions here. Bamboye, interestingly, is going to reinsert himself into the game, Jimmy, with two personals here. Interesting move by McCasland with 12 and change left in the half.
Yeah, not that deep also, so they got to...
This is a Quintook down to the box. Guarded tightly, double teamed underneath. Beautiful cut by Anderson, and then they pick his pocket.
Yeah, another shot clock coming down to 3 seconds.
High Z, lot of...
Able to win consistently in the tournament in close games without that free throw shooting.
A little bit too much on the second. Jamarian Bateman, a freshman who's... And we welcome those of you that have just watched New Mexico take down San Diego State. Spiro Ditas, Jim Spinarkle in Ames, Iowa for this massive showdown in the Big 12. Texas Tech to struggle to even get a shot off, even though they got one to go just then. Only the third all-time meeting between these two teams when they have both been ranked inside the top 20.
Just incredible the way he gets his shot off. A little bit every so often in traffic, but watch him from the three-point stripe. Deadly.
Mosley underneath. Quintook kicks. This is Atwell. As we cross the 14-minute mark, Iowa State and Texas Tech. The Red Raiders, of course, third game since the devastating injury of their superstar JT Toppin. Look at that pass. That foul on Lipsy was his second, so Lipsy to the bench for TJ Otzelberger. Yeah. Huge call in this game.
Absolutely one of their best defenders. Nice
Bamboye, hard flush.
Yeah, good look. The floor slicing to the basket cuts, but he's out with that problem with the knee.
This is Jefferson against two, just too much. By Bryant, now the reset, Atwell.
Look at the pressure from Iowa State. Even the bigs are out there. Look at Buchanan's out there.
Petty launches and connects. Lipsy playing with two personals, gets it to Torre. Now the reset, 9 on the timer. Lipsy, the 4-year starter, face of the program, drop stepping. Atwell got a clean strip.
Pick and roll. Now it's small versus big.
Atwell fires. So finally a miss, but they hit the offensive glass with Mosley. Tony Padilla blows, probing. You see the trap.
Well, I like this matchup, though, with Anderson with the bigs out here. He should be able to go by people.
Anderson turns the corner, and he goes high off glass.
You have to force him left. Gives him so much space. And they continue to get this matchup with Anderson where he can dictate and control the traffic. There we go again.
Anderson beautifully setting the table for Mosley.
Wouldn't you like to be out there?
Most minutes per game of any player in the country.
Yeah, and watch the offense now. Is it a little different? It sure is without him on the floor.
Little contact, no whistle. Bateman trying to feed the break, and it's a turnover.
They'll take that shot, your Texas Tech. So watch the power game here with Jefferson.
Inside of 5 minutes left in the half. Jefferson and the officials are going to get contact. Right here, Jefferson.
Yeah, this is a mismatch. He's got to get rid of it. Good catch.
Here comes Torre down the lane, and the lob for Buchanan. Big part of this double-digit first-half lead.
Somebody's got to help right now. Look, beautiful pass to the corner.
They get it to Atwell, and he connects from deep.
Wow, if you haven't seen Anderson play like...
Donovan Atwell, top 5 in the country in three-point accuracy. He's got a dozen already. This is Watts. Wants to take Buchanan. A couple of fakes. Beautiful little flip.
Yeah, that's not his game, really. He's an okay shooter, but not a great three-point shooter.
Good defense by Bateman to cut off the lane underneath. Mosley, full extension. And the Red Raiders.
And 16 for the Texas Red Raiders.
Taman Lipsy, the senior leader. Some of the greats, Harrison Barnes, Doug McDermott, Fred Hoiberg, as he plays in his penultimate game in this final 60 seconds of the half.
But the offense flows a little differently when he's on the floor.
Watts outside, good movement. This is Atwell. He has been lethal
from long range, and he is now stroking it.
5th three-pointer for Atwell. Put back off the initial miss. It's Buchanan doing some nice work.
Any worse than where you are right now.
Cyclones can hold for the final shot. This is Jefferson running point. Crossover, spin, floater. Misses, and then it's Buchanan again. Teams currently in a three-way tie for third place in the Big 12 standings.
And here comes the blitz. They're going to look to double team if they can. Here it comes.
Anderson, the
Tie it up.
trap. They say
Way.
The other thing Grant McCaslin told us yesterday, I want to try to have someone other than Anderson initiate their offense as Jefferson hits a nice little turnaround.
So we've seen two
rate in America.
Smart to have Watts handle this ball a little bit against Jefferson, but he's having problems too.
Anderson, Watts kicks. This is Petty. And he was out of bounds.
They continue to double team. Here they come. They're just going to keep getting the ball out of his hands. Look at Bamboye is open. Nice look.
Anderson so skilled as a passer. Bamboye into the teeth of the defense.
So how do you do through and see things that others can't?
Anderson in the corner. Doesn't like the hand check from Watts. Body bumping. Jefferson the spin. Missed it. Torre reaching foul.
Nice work up. Yep.
Lipsy career.
Petty got one right off the hands there. Didn't have a chance to defend himself.
Career 40-point three-point shooter Lipsy, but his numbers down this season. Momchi.
And catches and goes with it. Wow, is that wild in terms of the quickness on it.
Record-setting three-point shooter this season. Bamboye, the recipient again.
Anderson made a bet. You notice his little burst down the sideline to get away from that double team. Great adjustment on the fly by Anderson.
Bamboye, by the way, still hasn't missed. He's 6 of 6. Here comes Lipsy as he finally working against Anderson. Soft touch, missed it. And another offensive rebound. It's Jefferson.
There's a step.
Traveling violation.
Yeah, that was well defended.
That'll be another takeaway. Lipsy.
Nice look. Couldn't catch it, though.
Bateman couldn't squeeze it. Lipsy gets it back underneath Jefferson. Beautiful fake.
Wow.
Spin. Plata. And he's going to shoot free throw. Watts going to reset here. Guarded by Bateman. A trapping defense continues. It's been sensational. High Z bumped. The officials get Tyree Bryant in the transition. And
were a lot different in terms of their flow and getting their shots.
This
More
is
one-on-one.
Jalen Petty doing his dance, working against Jefferson. Into the corner, Bryant from deep. That's it. The Texas Tech bench picked up his 4th personal. Petty steps back, played to get a piece.
Yep, he sure did.
Watts loose ball into the corner. This is Bryant, and that's another 3.
A three-point shooter for this squad, but Mosley, beautifully done.
A young man who lost his starting position. We've seen a cut in his minutes of late. Momcilovic, as we hit the 13-minute mark. Mosley.
Tough pass.
Ryan underneath. Good movement.
Nice
Got a
deflection.
fingertip on it. Leon Horner and Torre to take.
Good look.
Bateman transition 3. Missed it. And then it's Buchanan.
No hoop,
The basket will not count. Floater, offensive rebound.
A lot of deflections right there.
Shot clock didn't reset. They didn't draw iron. 4 on the timer. There's a deep 3. It's good from Petty.
We saw that in the first half also.
Arizona right now double digits in the second half against Kansas. Lipsy, Jenny on the spot.
Well, one of those rare misses. Thank you.
Told you about the Cyclones' prowess, undefeated in this building this season, 15-0. Mosley chiseling his way to the rack.
Yeah, you see the floor, and he threw up a little floater. With his size at 6'8", 225, you got to throw it down.
Boy, beautiful pass. Lipsy just surgical to Buchanan.
Running somebody over. Here the big guys trying to double team him, but he should be able to go by them.
Sophomore from Atlanta looking for some help. It's Atwell, 2 to shoot. Atwell doing his dance into the paint.
Jefferson.
Nice little backdoor cut. Watts, Bamboye, erased.
Gotta shoot it. You have to shoot it.
Shot clock at 2. Watts is gonna fire, and he buries it. And he lets him.
Zip his trap with the back court. Not a great place.
Foul charge to Jefferson, so the Cyclones now just one more foul to give. Here's a corner 3. Bryant hit those 2 big ones early. Not that time.
Another good pair at 6'9". He can handle the ball, and we just saw that breakaway right through the middle of the floor.
Anderson, short. Loose ball foul against. Playing with 4 personals.
You got to get Atwell a shot here sooner or later.
This is Petty. Elevates, and he bangs it in. Beach Petty.
They like the small versus big matchups, don't they?
Crossover spin, the fade, and he puts it down.
Boy, Petty and Anderson are just mixing it up. They know that's the time for us to make things happen.
Graham McCaslin said one of the adjustments without JT Toppin are guards touching the basketball more as Buchanan unable to finish.
Then Baye just that.
Third straight start in the place vacated by JT Toppin.
Yeah, I like what Iowa State is doing to challenge him too, but he's answering. There's that Atwell shot.
Atwell on a three-point. Rope on the baseline with that pass to Atwell.
Way to go, pull it back out. Nice move by Atwell. Simple, but don't force the action.
Here's the dribble drive. Bryant to the basket.
Threes from the left corner. Boy, that was a challenge to silence this crowd.
10 straight for the Red Raiders. And now it's desperation time for Iowa State. Jefferson. Jump pass, changed his mind. 6 to shoot.
He's got to go with it. He can't give it up.
Anderson doing his dance off balance and hits. Brilliant.
Oh, what a reaction just then. They used the shot clock perfectly.
Bateman fires a three, trying to breathe life into the Cyclones. $1:23 remaining.
With that, opens the door a little bit.
Momcilovic, that's a three. For the way they shoot it from the outside, you're never quite out of the wood. Don't see too many of those.
No, not at all.
But one of the guys that McCaslin mentioned that has become a bigger focal point since the injury to Toppin is Jefferson. Again, works his way down to the box. That'll cut it to Momcilovic.
Well defended out there by Anderson.
There's the sharp shooter, and he cans it. The Cyclones.
And they obviously have to go quickly with this guy.
Lipsy will fire. Rebound underneath Mosley. Big miss. And that takes some of the wind out of the sail. 8th in the net. And now in danger of falling Jimmy to that 4th slot.
A great effort in a lot of different ways with Texas Tech.
Texas Tech and to Ames, one of the most difficult buildings to play in, and improved to 3-0 since the loss of their superstar JT Toppin. Just a magnificent 82-73 your final. Updated look at the standings. Arizona a winner today over Kansas. And so second place slide in the updated standings.
Well, it was just a terrific effort in the first half. And I almost like the second half better for Texas Tech, the way they really hung in there as a group. When Iowa's balanced team, and what a balanced effort for Texas Tech.
And what a magnificent season it has been for Texas Tech as they post their 3rd win of the season against the top 5 team in the country.